Hello and welcome to the stream, guys. Hope you guys are well. Yes, certain things might be different. Hope you guys are doing okay. Yes, today we're gonna be doing Bring Your Tactics. That's a chance for you guys to pop in your tactics and let me see how they play out. So it's a save I think that we do every Wednesday. Chance me to feedback my tactics. Generally, it's a chance for some of you to show off your tactics. Yes, the music was a bit loud. My apologies. Yeah. Okay, so let's see what we have here today. Okay, we've got a few tactics. I'm going to put in the link for you guys to pop in your tactics. If there is an issue, just let me know on chat. Yeah, I've had to do certain things today, which I wasn't too thrilled about in terms of my audio. Yeah. The life. I wish I just knew something about ground loops. You know what I mean? Like, what's a ground loop? How does it affect a computer? Stuff like that. Things I don't know anything about. Yeah, I mean, it's audio interference, I know, but I've been trying to figure out where it's been coming from. Okay, that my table cam just fell. Doesn't help when you put it sideways on one leg. I'm looking at the other camera as well. I wonder why. Okay, so here we go. We got a couple of tactics in. I'm gonna just put in the first tactic, and we shall see. I will see. We'll talk about this tactic. Yeah, okay. We've got the link in chat as well for the rest of you. You can share that. You can share the tactics. Yeah, it's true. We went through to both sides. Okay. All right. Okay, let's start. Okay, we got this, and then we're gonna go to BY. Oh, it's already in. Okay. All right. So the first tactic is gonna be you guys let's take a look at the first tactic. Okay, coming in with the first tactic is Neil. Playing the slots. It's a slot inspired tactic. Okay. All right. Let's get cracking with this tactic and see what it's all about. Okay. Let's get to the match day before. We already at the match day. This is not good. Team is able to play a game. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, look at that, man. We left it all to the ass man. He's complete. Yeah, this is trading by the ass man, not by me. Oh, the season has ended. Oh, no, that means we have to start with a new team. Okay, we'll load a game. I know what we can load. Liverpool, right? Slot community save A. We'll load Liverpool in. I'll have to rename that save, man. Hey Neil, how are you, man? Happy Wednesday. So, just nice, huh? You came in with a slot tactic. Community PYT slot. Okay, all right. This makes it easier for me to identify the saves next. Happy Wednesday, man. Hope the kids are well. Hope you are well. Yeah, it's a very, very interesting day for me. Yeah. Okay, so we've got this first tactic. All right, let's run through this tactic. It's coming from Neil. We've got a match in 12 days time once again. We're leaving it to the ass. Training. Okay. Not because I believe the day ass man is any better. No, it's because essentially we want to see how far he gets with making things really bad. And tonight after this, we are definitely doing Black Myth Wukong because I want to check something out. And the only way I can do that is by playing something that's completely crazy. Yes, we continue with the Ane slot experiment on Thursday. Yeah. Okay. So we will continue. But we won't pick it up from here. But in case you bring in your tactics, we'll just try it out here as well. I'm having a go at the save file too. I'm 2 games in. My daughter is well, thanks, and I'm good too. I hope all is good. The kids, my son. My oldest son got a tongue lashing from me today, man. I feel bad. I felt bad. Basically scolding him. But yet, I had to, I kind of had to lay down the law. I want him to understand the importance of keeping a promise. For me, I take it very seriously personally. Yeah, so maybe it's not fair when you set your standards on your own children. But the thing is this: there are certain things that are for me non-negotiable. One of them is keeping promises. And if you make a promise, you gotta keep it. Yeah. So you have to do your best to keep that promise. And there shouldn't be anything out there. You should not allow laziness to get in the way of not trying. So for me, the fact is, if you say you're gonna do something, try to do it. Then I'll be fine. But if you don't try to do it, that's an issue for me. So this had to do with his schoolwork. So he started not doing his homework. And then I started giving him stuff to do. So I gave him some exercise last week. And I kind of told him, hey, kid, I want you to do this. I'm not going to ask you once. Can you do this for me? He says, promise. Okay, done. All right. So all I need from you is to know that you've done it. Okay. So I'm not gonna ask you again. I'm just gonna expect it to be done by this date. Okay. All right. Done. So I kept quiet now for a few days. And then today, about 4 days after, so I asked him, have you done it? He says, no, Daddy got it from me in the car on the way back from school. Yeah, I told him, you only got one job to do. You're growing up, you only have one job to do. Do your best, at least try. That's all. Try to do your best. That's it. I don't want him to. I'm not trying to put pressure on him in terms of school. Like I don't go crazy. Like your grades are like this. I don't do that. Yeah. Whatever. As long as he tries, I will never get angry. I don't care if it's an F, even if he tries. As long as you try. But the fact is, if you don't try, that's when I get really upset. Yeah. I got this thing about not getting upset because it's a thing about life in general. Like I get this thing from people when they say, no, it's hard to do. Then I go like, have you tried? Then they go like, no. Then how do you know it's hard to do? Because it's the way they've conditioned themselves, right? The fear of trying is something I don't want to see in people. I don't like seeing it in people. I definitely not like seeing it in myself. Yeah. So I have this problem with the fear of trying, or the lack of trying. That's me. Yeah. And I think that it's a quality that is not very common in people. Yeah. I mean, maybe it is common. I don't know. Where I came from, it was common. I grew up, it was common for me. My father used to you won't know until you try, right? So okay, when I was growing up, I asked my dad about something, and my dad basically told me, what are you asking me for? Go find out yourself. So I was like, okay, I'm going to find out myself. Yeah, if you don't try, you'll never learn. That's the thing. I don't get it why sometimes people get upset about it. Then I go like, if you hadn't tried to walk, you wouldn't have walked as a baby. Yeah. That's it. I mean, the effort is the most important, right? All right, anyway, enough of that. Let's talk about the tactic. Let's talk about life here in general. Okay, so this is my tactic. My tactic playing after 9 minutes. I was like, where is his tactic? I was like, oi, I won't put his tactic in here. We're just talking. And I'm like, oi, where's his tactic? That's me. Playing the slots. All right, here we go. This is yeah. Yeah, do you know 0.1% more, right? Why you feel? So there's a reason why, at first, right, when he was younger, he didn't want to swim. Because he got mentally conditioned by parent people around him. I hated this. I mean, ever since we was I used to drive me nuts whenever somebody comes around and say, "Oh, don't do that. No, don't try this. Don't do that." I'm like, let him try it. As long as it's not going to kill him, let him figure it out for himself. He has to learn how to try. So guess what? I wanted to bring him to the pool so he could try to play in the water, right? Everybody was like, don't, he will fall in the water. I'm like, you are imparting your fears to the child. All right? I'm there. I'm going to make him walk by the water. He's going to walk with me. All right? And then after that, he's going to learn by getting to the water with me. That's it. That's all we're doing. Just playing in the water like you play in the bathtub. I was like staring at someone. I was like, wait, okay. So I'm like, what the wrong with you? Because this is this danger when you with children, right? Raising children. If you start imparting your fears into a child, your child grows up fearing those very same things that you've never tried before. Narrow. My mom can't swim. No, my mom can't swim. She goes into the pool and that's it. She will just sink. That's my mom, my late mother is. So my mom refused to let me get anywhere near the pool. She used to write letters of excuse to my school to excuse me from swimming lessons. Because she used to say things, she would give all kinds of excuses as to why I wouldn't be swimming. And I used to get really angry because I wanted to learn how to swim. So one day I went to my father, told my dad, I've had enough of this Mickey Mouse. I've been using Mickey Mouse shit since I was a kid. So I've been using this Mickey Mouse shit. Okay. All right. I want to learn how to swim. Can you please teach me how to swim? My dad brought me to the sea. And like, okay, this is it. Okay, this is how you learn how to swim. Because we live near the sea. Okay, so let's look at this tactic. Okay. There are some PIs that converted I haven't removed. So I think I said the trigger. Okay. All right, Neil. So what are the PIs that you think that PIs that we should be removing, man? Oh, yeah. I have realized that and have adapted how I am with my daughter. I saw her copying. Correct. That's the thing, right? Because children end up copying their parents all the way. All right, so let me know in chat what your PIs are. My mom was scared of escalators. Yeah, I know. They used to go like, no, don't go up the escalator. I'm like, let the child go up the escalator. I'll be with the child. Yeah, I don't know. Life is like marking and maybe play tackle harder. What? You got marking and you don't have marking. All right, what about marking? Mark tighter. You remove all the marks tighter, is it? Let me know, no? Because I'm just listening to you because you said the tactic has been modded. So let me know now how I modded. My 5-year-old chairman nutmegs me fearlessly. I want my children to grow up to be fearless, not fearful. But I will never ever like it when my child doesn't want to try something. Of course, there are certain things you can't just force them to try something, right? You can't force them to scale a building. Okay, that's a bit stupid. Or tell them to jump into a lion's den because you said you should try everything. No. Try is in positive things. Make sense kind of things. Gotta use your common sense to some extent. Okay, tackle harder, mark tighter. Okay, I think we'll remove the tackle because you don't have tackle harder on a lot of people, right? You're going to tackle harder on the front line. Okay, so I'm going to remove tackle harder. You said the marking and maybe tackle harder. So I'll just remove all this. You said that. Okay, I haven't responded yet. So I assume this is what you mean. Okay, because you're playing a mid block, right? Okay, and you've got this trigger press like that. So RPM has got shoot less often, move to the channels. You got shoot less often as well. Thank you for the follow, man. Sobaramson. Took me 3 attempts, but I got there finally. Sit narrower, ball playing defender. Okay, all right, we got your tactic. Okay, so let's watch how your tactic plays out. We'll watch it on comprehensive highlights. We'll see it in 2D classic to see whether your Arnie slot, maybe it's your version of Arnie slot, but I don't know if you play. I get really tired with people who pass. Oh yeah, man, you said it. Don't pass on your anxieties to your children. They learn to grow up to fear the things you fear. Especially, I noticed one thing. I used to get annoyed with really slow drivers. So like those guys who like take forever to filter to the next lane because they're scared of the car that is 2 miles behind them. Okay. They want the entire road to be completely devoid of traffic before they actually filter. I used to get really, really annoyed because I would go like, dude, seriously, all you gotta do is move to the lane. But suddenly I noticed right from the back seat, my 4-year-old son, go move. And I'm like, okay, that's it. I better stop all this. Because my son started doing the same thing at the back of the car. Whenever you saw another car in front, you go like, move car, move. I'm like, this is bad. I gotta stop this straight away. So now consciously in the car, no matter how frustrated I get, okay, I have to keep quiet and go like, yes, we have to learn how to be patient and tolerant. He's probably an old man, not used to cars going really fast. Yeah, son. So we have to be patient. I gotta put on that persona now. Okay. All right. Looking at your tactics so far, I mean, you're playing a mid block, so we do expect the players to come near. Okay. You've invite crosses, so you've decided to allow the AI to come from these areas, which means that you're giving the AI low percentage tactics, right? Okay, low percentage chances. That's a whole rationale behind using invite crosses. When it comes to using invite crosses, you are basically shunting the opposition down one side of the pitch. Are telling them basically, hey, you know what? You want to try and score a goal? Try and get in across. Now, when that happens, okay, they get low quality chances. Even when they get inside to shoot, it's an angle shot. So that's what you're trying to do. It's one of the reasons why I do like invite crosses as a team instruction. Now, looking at this tactic so far, it's playing like a mid block. You've given them the space to come in and do what they want to do. It's not really a low block. Yeah? So usually mid block, you will normally see in a mid block, this is where they start engaging because you have to divide your pitch into threes, right? A thirds. One is here. This is the low block. Then from here to here is the mid block. Okay. This area is the mid block. Then this is the lower third as well. So you got 3 thirds. So normally if you're playing a low block, your chances are your boys will land somewhere around here before they start the press. Mid block, you look at your strikers don't really press here. Start pressing somewhere here because this is where your defenders will stop. Yeah. And sometimes, some people go like, but it should be pressing. There's a line. You must draw the line. But no. It's relative to the other team as well. So if the team gets the ball and they're pushing, your line drops closer and closer to goal. Yeah. So it's basically the furthest point for the furthest point your back line goes, and the rest of your team especially, because they all have to, they're all relative to each other. Before they begin their press. So far, it's okay. I mean, I'm looking at it. It's supposed to be... Arnie Slot's tactics are not exactly rubbish. So don't expect it to be rock and roller tactics, scoring lots of goals and making your heart thump. Your heart will thump because the opposition is in your half. Your heart will thump because you're passing the ball for a really long time. Okay. But having said that, a lot of slots formations, a lot of the style of play from slots, sometimes they mix things up. So my advice is being comfortable with mixing things up yourself. Sometimes they do push up. They did that against City in the first half. They were playing their half, so they were playing a high block. Sometimes they will play direct passes. Sometimes they'll pass into space. So these kind of things are things that you want to bear in mind. And other times they might have just one of their DMs staying back, and other times they might have 2 of their DMs staying back. So there's a lot of intricacies. Arnie slot system isn't something that is, I won't call it. the best way to describe it is a system. It's not really a tactic; it's a style of play that they've taken, right? So it's about controlling the game and being smart about it. And they use a lot of things. In football manager parlance, you probably be looking at mentality changes as well. Like I personally start some of my matches on balance. Sometimes I feel like starting on attacking. You saw it yesterday when I had even one point where I went, okay, we're gonna fly at this team and try and get a goal, and after that we'll sit on low block. So one thing I love about the system, if you can, what you'll end up doing is, you actually end up getting better at this game, because there's no such thing as honestly, right? I feel like you should have more. As I spent a lot of time and effort trying to make this game into the kind of game that you could sink your teeth in as a real manager, right? Meaning, I could change my mentality, I could change my defensive line, I could change my style of play during a game. Why do you think there are 3 tactic slots? Is it because, if A fails, you can go to B, and if B fails, you can go to C? It's plan A, plan B, and plan C. Actually, that's exactly true, right? If A fails, you go to B. Yeah, SI gave you 3 choices to fill up. Yeah, slot is everything. The best way to describe it is the slot is everything. I know. Exactly, man. DK, you said it. I actually was hoping when Liverpool lost to Real Madrid in the Champions League semi-final, when Klopp was managing the team, I was very disappointed. Not the one that Salah missed, right? It's the one where we basically attacked them like it was a rock and roll party without any fear. We were fearless in attack and basically nothing in defense. There was no sense of control in that game. And all Carlo Ancelotti's team did was sit back and hit us on the break. And I was going, oh my God, why can't we play a bit more like this? Why can't we be a bit more measured in our build-up? And that's what they become. So this is very measured. Okay, all right. What can you do, right? The thing about Slot is Slot has got a bench that he can turn to. And he can switch a game around with the use of the bench. Now, we have probably Football Manager. The challenge in Football Manager is this. Football Manager, these 2 players get tired very fast in Football Manager. Right? And here is when you have to start planning ahead for your tactics. So you might want to consider, hey, why don't I get another player for this position? So that's what I would recommend you do if you're managing Liverpool or you want to create a similar looking tactic so that you can dial things up. Right? So I'm going to dial things up in about, with the new subs, with the subs coming on, I'm going to go to a slightly more aggressive posture to try and get a goal. Right. Okay, so we've gone up. I think your tactic is fine. So now we're going to go to attacking. Okay. Pass into space. That's fine. Everything is fine. I'm just going to go it up notch. I do not try everything down the flanks now. It's like everything through the middle. Some things through the middle. More things through the middle than the wide. These are equal things through the middle, equal things wide. Okay, this is what fatty narrow this attacking with means. Okay, so it's very, very simple. Okay, since I'm pushing and going up a bit more, we'll just be a bit more aggressive in the press. Okay, we're still playing the mid block, but I want my passing also to be slightly mixed. So we're gonna take a few more chances because we want to score a goal. We got fresh legs. Klopp's plan B is always make substitutions, correct? Fresh legs, because he is, makes sense, right? Your players are tired. Go bring in some fresh legs and make them do the grunt work. Okay, so we've got Darwin Núñez as well. All right, that's it, man. I've done all my 5 substitutions. Okay, Gravenberch to Alexander Arnold, Konate. So what I've done is I've just gone attacking. I've mixed the passing so that there's a bit more mixture and passing, and I've got slightly wider, right, so that we can get some more. We can make a bit more space for the the false fullbacks to run through. See, the false fullbacks are coming in now, and we're higher up the pitch because of the mentality change. It will just shift your defensive line and your line of engagement slightly higher, and then we also did the press, right? Yeah, Klopp was a bit hard on his team. I guess that discipline that okay, we gotta give Klopp some credit too. Klopp kind of prepared the team physically and mentally for this style of play. Okay, we got the goal. All right, now we're going to slot territory. Low block, defensive, pass into space again, direct, no more work into the box, mix, hit the early cross, counter press, much less of let me drop it one notch. We don't have to go that far. Okay, let's go defensive. Now what we're gonna do is something that I've seen Klopp do quite a lot. Okay, he's got two deep. Now he's got two holding players. Then we will turn him into AP on support as well, so he drops back, and then this guy become a target forward and attack with this player. So basically now what we have is a focus play down the right for Diaz to attack that space. Okay, so it's a low block. But a low block with a plan, right? Our plan is really simple. What we'll do is we focus play down the right, and then we block it through Luis Diaz running. So Luis Diaz is a fresh pair of legs. He scored a goal. So now we are drawing the opposition. Oh. Yeah, probably I think I should check my noise gate. I know I was messing about with it just now. Okay, this should be better now, I think. Yeah. At least I hope it will be better. It shouldn't just be the noise gate. I think it's my attenuation. Yeah. Now it's better, and my voice I was starting to sound like I was talking to myself and not talking to you guys as well. So that didn't really help the situation very much, did it? I've been bothered by some ground loop noise last couple of days. Okay, so here we go. We've got our boy, Kore. So we got into a low block, right? Okay. And we are trying to get them to come inside. And we've got two holding midfielders now instead of just one. So both of them are going to look for opportunities. But if we can transition the ball to the right side, we've got players that are waiting to attack that spot. So Luis Diaz gets in. Okay, all right. So now we can actually encourage him as well to find a target forward. Mo Salah is quite deep. Okay, he's got an underlap on. And again, we're going to go to him, and Andy Robertson comes in, and it's a good attempt on the break. Can't hear half the words you say. Okay, that's strange. Wait, hold on, I'm gonna stop this. Is it still happening? All right, now can you hear me? Okay, I've just changed it now. Yeah, the setting that I was using before. No, I brought the music. Yeah, I know the music just went up. Yeah. Yeah, okay. No worries. I wanted feedback. I love it when people actually tell me something like that, because then it means that, there was something wrong. Yeah. It's better that way. Yeah. Because if not, I'll be like talking to myself and I won't even know. So I truly appreciate that, DK. Yeah, I was hoping somebody would say something if the audio is not. In fact, you don't know what it means, man, after the day I've had. Because I've had some ground loop noise coming through my system and it's been driving me nuts. I mean, it's been there for a while. It's just that it could be my camera but then there's the camlink and HDMI. So yeah, I got to figure that one out. So we only do this, right? Low block, right? You only do a low block when you can defend well, no? As in you have defenders who can win the ball in the air. Okay, so I wouldn't recommend it if you are not the sort of team that can play a low block. So we've gone in and then they've done exactly what we want, which is transition really quickly up the pitch on the break when they have a chance. Right, so and then when they lose the ball, we can ask them to regroup, right? Instead of counter press. So we can take this out and instead of counter pressing, we can just do this. And then we can add counter, but there's no real point because they don't just counter willy-nilly, right? So I'm intentionally playing a low block. Thank you, man, DK. I do care a lot. Yeah. I'm on the verge of swapping microphones and like getting a different camera. You know, that's the state I'm in right now. But I know it's a really knee-jerk reaction to something I probably could solve. Okay, Mo Salah, and at a cheaper price point. So can you imagine if, yo man, because I mean like yeah. Never mind. We'll talk about that. Now let's look at this. Okay, so look, this is working. The low block is working. So we're actually drawing them in. And we've got players are willing. So if I were to do this, right? If I was going to do that, I would actually not ask him to sit narrow now, right? I'll play him as a winger on attack. Because then he'll go wide. He can still play in the same position because he is a left-footed player playing on the right side. So he will naturally come inside. But this way, he's going to be further away from the players, giving more space to Robertson, right? So we got a low block, but we've got this emphasis to attack from what's that position? The left side of the pitch. So again, we're sitting back, right? The whole goal is to low block our way, okay? Finish the game. So we score a goal with low block. I mean, if we are playing an Arne slot system, that's exactly what I plan to do. He doesn't always do that. I mean, like it's a bit crazy to do this, but we want to see whether or not the low block is viable. And I've gone into a defensive, okay? And we just, we're just trying to get ourselves 3 points. The dangerous way, okay? Not the safe way. I don't believe this is the safe way, man. I don't like playing like this. Okay, nice. Goes out to Luis Diaz straight away. Robertson, they switch straight into attack. And then they lose the ball and they drop in, right? Because the mentality is defensive, they actually drop back into their positions. So this is the reason. This is how I would play a low block, man. My $17 Klim mic sounds better than my HyperX solo cast. Yeah. I do believe you, man. I do believe you. I suspect my issue comes from my my HDMI connection. Yeah. My camera is the way my camera is connected, because it seems to have occurred to a few people the camlink attachment sometimes. Somehow or another, that camlink attached to my computer. Whenever I turn my camera off, I don't get the buzz. There's a slight buzz that's been driving me nuts. Hey, Maximovic, how are you, man? Long time no see. So we've gone into a low block, and we've been low blocking for what now? The better part of since we scored the goal, right? Okay, ever since we scored the goal, we went to a low block, and it worked. Yeah, we did create one really good goal scoring opportunity off the break, and you can see the players are dropping into their defensive positions and not really, exposing themselves. And all we're doing right now is just doing okay, man. I like this. So these are the things you could do if you wanted to play in a like Arne slot. Because the Arne slot will change things in games, right? He doesn't always like play the same way. Now, if I wanted to take this even further, I come in here and turn this guy into like a fullback on defense, right? We go fullback on defense. So now we've taken the lead and we just want to see the game out, right? But one of the reasons why he does this is probably credit to Liverpool. The injury list that they have, right, isn't extreme. It's down to the reason, it's down to this as well. They make other teams do all the work. They just go like, okay, well, we'll let you try and score. See if you can. Because we're not running after the ball anymore. What a counter. Look at what Palace did. Palace threw everybody forward, looking for the equalizer, and we scored off the break. They threw everyone in the attack, including the goalkeeper. And then Andy Robertson wins that. And blistering. I've never seen this before, ladies and gentlemen. I have never seen this. My first time I've seen it, okay? We played a low block. Crystal Palace felt that they could get the equalizer. Our low block was successful. We defended really well. We kept the clean sheet. And we countered them off their own corner when they sent their keeper up, sent their keeper forward. Yeah. Oh, they got one goal back, but it's a bit too late. Oh, it's still 2 minutes on the clock. There is hope on the horizon, baby. Now, where did we go wrong here? I think it's got to do with, the players that are making the mistakes, right? This will be interesting. But we're still going to low block. We conceded a goal. I'm not too unhappy about it. I mean, yeah, of course, we did, but hey. It's not the end of the world. We're still in their half. And, okay, they're looking for a chance. They got 3 on the break. They got 4. Now we get our players back. Can we get them back in time? Yeah, everyone's back defending. Yeah, the low block was successful. Luis Diaz looks to release a player. Suppose lies. And again, the low block is done well. Yeah. Shutting them out. They got a goal from a set piece. That's it. Yeah. Okay. So we managed to we do okay. So a low block again. Your Arne slot system. I know that we went away. Could have been a better performance. I know. But this is bring your tactics, man. So the Arne slot, rain. So this is another version of Arne slot. I do like, no, not this one. This is mine. This is mine. This is mine and this is mine. Okay, all right, sorry. Arne slot. Where's your Arne slot tactic? Okay, your Arne slot tactic is somewhere here. The one you submitted. Because I didn't realize we were talking about kids, and then we just started the game. Playing the swords. There we go. I like this. Yeah, I think yes. If you're gonna be playing a mid block, there's no real necessity for you to go in and do this tackle harder and mark tighter. Yeah, you don't need to. Yeah, especially tackle harder. You don't really need this. Yeah, you don't want them to open themselves up too much, right? That's something you want to avoid. This is fine. You can actually raise it just a notch, but both the settings, there's not going to be too much of a difference between them. Yeah, there'll be a mild difference, but it's fine. This is just going to encourage them to generate low XG opportunities. All right, the link on the chat, just upload it there. Yeah, I think the chat just put there FM23. I made a mistake. I didn't update the link, whatchamacallit, the message in the link. Let me see, upload tactic. Did I write that FM23? No. Unless the folder might be for FM23. Yeah. Can't be what. I just uploaded the link just now. It didn't have it didn't put there FM23. Right? Yeah. Yeah, the link was this link. That's the one. Hey, FTaxa, I'm fine, man. Yeah, I'm doing okay. All right, so this tactic is okay. Yeah, just remove those and you'll be fine. DM RPM works. You can use a DM Segundo Volante. You can use a DM Segundo Volante, DM roaming playmaker, even a DM DLP has his uses with Arne slot. As you can see, whenever they go into a super low block, Yeah, of course, Arne Slot, some might argue that Andy Robertson isn't as aggressive, but this is just your style. Yeah, you've taken the elements of Arne Block and you decided you want to make your own tactic, which is exactly, it's brilliant, man. I love that when people do that. Yeah. Okay, so looking at, let's see if we got any more tactics coming in. I'll just check. We got a Mighty Duck. From... Okay, we got one more from Discord. And then we got a few, man, coming in from you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. We got a few here. There we go. There, I got it right. KFC Hammer, Get Tie and Feathers, a tree kinda. Yeah. Definitely, we're gonna be looking at all these tactics. Okay. All right. Sorry, wrong screen. Okay. All right, I'll download these tactics as well. Okay. Boom, boom. Delete this. We got Mighty Ducks, and then we'll put it in BYT. It's called a Mighty Duck. Okay, all right, and then we'll take the rest as well. Where's the downloads? Okay, there we go. Public, extract all, browse. Wrong place. Okay, done. All right, so we've got the Mighty Ducks first. That's from Discord. Amirul, that's your tactic. Okay. Where is it? Boom, 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 boom. And we got a Mighty Duck. All right. Wow. Hey, Tiki Press, you have a dilemma. What's the dilemma? You do not know whether you want to have a Hawaiian pizza or a pepperoni pizza. That would be my dilemma right now. God, I miss having pizzas, man. If you put a fullback automatic and play attacking, you will go forward all the times. Yep. He'll take, no, I won't say he's go forward all the times. He's just going to be on that mentality. But he'll make a decision on whether to go forward. Because you have to remember the fullback is like this, right? Fullback auto. Look at his instructions, man. No instructions, man. All do as you see fit. That is what it means. Do as you see fit. You think it's the right thing to do, go do it. But you're on attack duty, so your mentality is higher. So you're on the same team mentality. But do as you see fit. No, because you can add all kinds of things to that auto. Auto is like the cheat code of Football Manager. Yeah, you won't be in a dilemma. You'll be in a dilemma, dude. You won't know whether or not he's doing the thing you want him to do. That's why I don't like auto. I've never been. I mean, I have used auto duties before. I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying that you just have to know what to expect when you play an auto duty. Yeah. Whatever happened to Mr. Virgil van Dijk? Did he get injured by any chance? Or is he unavailable? Yeah, he's injured, man. He's out for 3 weeks. Okay. I was thinking, what? Did he leave the club while we weren't looking? Okay. All right. So we've got Nunes, Jota, inside forward. We got take more risk, hold up, shoot up. Okay, so he's basically using this guy more like a target man, right? So we want to put somebody in here who's got some ability and some height. Okay, we can't use him. He's too short. Mateo Ritat. Okay, you're American. You made it into the team. Congratulations. Okay, all right. Gravenberch, Alexander Arnold, Simikas, Gakpo, Salah. Okay, all right. Auto equals randomness. But of course you can PI and then you get some of the behavior that you want. Yeah, you can customize that role. I think if the auto role was suddenly to leave Football Manager, there'll be an outcry among a lot of network players. Bloody outcry. They'll go like, bloody murder, no, you can't take that role out. Yeah, there'll be an outcry. There'll be an outcry, man. Like you've never heard before. Okay, So we got this tactics. How does it play? So we got looking at the team instructions, right? Okay, we'll start with this first. This gives us an idea of what kind of a block it is, right? So he's playing high up the bridge. He's not overcommitting his back line. He's got a step up most. He wants to close down the space. Yeah, I mean, makes sense because he can't afford the defense to be reactive. He wants them to be extremely proactive. You can see that over here. If he goes any higher, then a lot of these guys are going to go for the same ball. Like 2 of them might go for the same opposition. Yeah. All right. Then after that, we've got distribute to center backs, counter backs. Okay. All right. Distribute quickly. He's playing on a very high tempo. He wants the goalkeeper to send the ball out as quickly as they can, and then he's employed 2 fullbacks or wing backs to get the job. Now he's gone for an overlap. Now this is quite good because these are roles and naturally moving sides, so you're going to get a natural overlap anyway, but he's emphasizing this because he wants an overlap. This means that this player's mentality becomes even more aggressive. Now you can find that out here. He's very attacking, even though the team is on attacking. But here, if you look at this player, he's on attacking mentality. The overlap kind of reduces the mentality of this guy as well. Yeah. All right, and then we've got this player more or less acting like a bit of a target man, but it's more like he's just being a very glorified enganche. You could have used an enganche, but I guess the enganche is too expensive overall. And then if nobody's really doing these kind of movements around the enganche gets a wasted role, I guess. Yeah, and the thing is, he gets penalized very badly. I don't know why, but I've seen it happen a few times in other people's saves. Hold up ball, shoot more. Okay, holding up the ball. You will get a hold up. You don't have to ask them to hold up the ball, right? The problem is if you get them to hold up the ball, because the overlap actually does get them to hold up the ball for a while looking for an outside run. Yeah. So now if he holds up the ball for the sake of holding up the ball, who's he going to give it to? You better hope this guy is nearby. Otherwise, he's going to lay it off to these players, and you're hoping that these players have moved into channels. He doesn't have moved into channels. Right, so if he's holding out the ball, he might not have enough passing options. So my recommendation would be to add move into channels to this player, so that if you hold up the ball, because you still get a hold up if you don't if you play overlap. All right, so let's go. Enough of my preliminary right thing. I don't know whether I'm right. That's why I said all that. I might be completely wrong. Yeah, you never know, man. PSV playing Liverpool. Okay, this is going to be Arne Slot, is it? Yeah, Arne Slot was managing PSV, right? At this point. Yeah, I think so, no? This is FM what? FM, don't know what. Which year was it? I can't remember. Let's go Kamal Francis, PSV. Manager, Peter Bosch. No, it wasn't him. Where was he at this point? Okay, Salibari. Okay, if you're playing something like this, your wing backs have to have height as well. Jump and reach. On the break, here goes Mo Salah, who looks at him. Oh, Cantona wasn't there. Is it necessary overlap in team instruction with wing back? No, it's not hard-coded. No. There's no such thing as a hard-coded overlap. There's a natural overlap. It's not hard-coded. Because in Football Manager, when you have a support duty and an attack duty, right? The attack duty will naturally overlap him. It's not because it's hard-coded to overlap, it's just that way. Yeah. Because back in the day, because the difference between adding the overlap and not adding the overlap is going to be the mentality, first, of the player that is the wing back. His mentality is higher. And then the guy in front, his mentality is slightly lower. That's the first difference. The second difference is the guy in front is actually going to have a hard-coded instruction telling him, hey, I want you to hold on to that ball and look for the guy who's running on the outside. But if you play without the overlap, that will not happen. It will just be a natural, I'm passing you the ball and I keep moving, that kind of thing, right? If you're there, I'm passing you the ball, that kind of thing. Yeah, so it's a natural overlap. But sometimes I kind of prefer that because you don't have the, that like, oh, I'm holding on to the ball. Is there somebody to give the ball to? Yes, come, let's go. Right? Yeah. So it's something I don't really like. Yeah, because as I introduced the role, because a lot of people in FM 13 or 12 before the tactical creator came out couldn't overlap. Because there were people like me going around saying, yeah, you can overlap, just attack and support duties, reduce the mentality of the guy in front and increase the mentality of the guy behind, right? And he will overlap. A lot of people couldn't do it, right? So, SI decided then, okay, we're going to make a tactical creator. Then when they made the tactical creator, they went, okay, how do we get these guys to overlap naturally? So then after they copied the settings, they go, yeah, okay, this is how it's going to happen in the team instruction, and that's exactly how it happens in the game. Yeah. That's exactly. I can give you the backstory on how the team instruction came about. Yeah. That's exactly how the backstory ended up. It's a true backstory. No, I didn't make it up. It's true. Okay, we considered a goal, which was down to them attacking our flanks, which is going to happen if you are playing these kind of systems, right? You open, it's like a very, this is like an aggressive version of what? Of 4-1-3-2 white. Yeah. So these guys better run with the ball. Yeah. And in my opinion, right, them running on the outside increases the chances of them losing the ball. So either they are very, very fast, or yeah, you just like, okay, I know. I'm slightly different because you see, using one of the great roles in the mid, DLP, okay, like, you know, all right, holding position. I probably would have gone. There are several ways of doing this. If you want them to just go around, and when you do this, they're driving down the flanks, creating crosses. There's another way of doing it. Is, of course, you probably know what I'm going to suggest. I know it's buzzing. It's a bit buzzy. Yeah. I've had a problem with it the whole day. Yeah. The one way for me to fix it is for me to go off camera. Okay. I can. Boom. Okay. There should be no buzzing now. I'm pretty certain there's no buzzing now. Okay. Let me just take out that thing as well. So take that out. Okay. I'm very certain I got no buzzing. And I'll kill the music just to be on the sure side. Okay. See? Is there any buzzing right now? Okay, so Bozlai, Gakpo, Jota, Darwin Nunes. There's probably still some latent buzzing, no? Yeah, there might be some latent buzzing. Because that's my most likely. No, it's not a curious problem. I know exactly what's causing it. Yeah. It's the cam link. Yeah. Yeah, the my camera and the way the thing is captured. Yeah. So that's causing the thing right now. So that's the reason why I have to turn off the camera. Because I get very annoyed. I myself get very annoyed. Of course, I can turn on another camera. The other camera might not be as cool as this camera, but it might be funnier. Let me go into studio mode first. Okay, I don't want you guys to see me fiddling with it. It'd be hilarious if I fiddle with it now. Where's the Logitech? Where's my little Logitech? Scene. Add a scene. Let me go. All right. And then if I go to this, it's not so bad, right? But then the camera looks damn weird because I'm looking at the game from there. Okay, there we go. Yeah. All right. Nah. Can use that. Smaller camera. So, choice B. That is going to be choice B. If I have to, that will be what I'll have to do. Yeah. Because that's my other camera. That's the original camera. The camera that we all started with streaming. The camera that my wife gave me when I first started streaming. She said, don't do it without a camera. So she went out there and she got me a camera. Okay, so Gravenbush to Matip. I might have to start doing that. That way it actually be easier. Okay, so you see this problem right now? When Gravenbush gets the ball, you see this is what I mean, no? Yeah, this is the problem for your tactic right now. Okay. See where this wingback has gone to? DLP. What passing options does he have? He's a man surrounded by 4 players. He doesn't have a passing option, right? So it's the reason why the way I would play it will be different. Yeah, because the moment you lose the ball, you open yourself up. I get the idea of you wanting to put pressure on teams, but this is gonna increase the pressure that you feel, right? So what I would suggest you do is this player doesn't run wide with the ball or stay wider. He actually sits narrower. This way, he will come inside with the ball towards the player there, the DLP. All right, so that DLP is going to come. So these guys are fine where they are. We can leave them there. So this way is going to be different. Okay. So this is something that you can do. And we can bring the music back. And we got a goal straight away. Not bad, huh? Timing quite good, huh? No, I changed it. Yeah, I changed the camera. I turned off the camera. It wasn't the music. Was it the music? Okay, let's try something else. Okay, guys. Okay, let's try another experiment. While we're doing this, we do an experiment. Okay. Okay, I've got to kill the music. Okay. Now, is there a buzz? You say no buzz, right? Okay, we turn on the other camera. And we turn the circular camera on. So now we can see me in Technicolor. I got side view and God, this is weird. All right, we got 2 cameras now. Okay. You tell me if you hear a buzz. Got buzz, right? So I turn off this. You still got the buzz, right? Yeah. Okay, this is the reason why it is this camera. Yeah, it's the power that is going to the camera. It's causing a ground loop. Yeah, the camera is causing a ground loop. The camling is causing a ground loop, not a camera. The camling is causing a ground loop. Yeah, that's the problem I have right now. So I tried it with. I have another capture card. I put the capture card in, and I had the same issue. There is one more solution that I might try. I haven't tried the third one yet. So if your tactic, if you play like this, it might be okay. And then you can also, yeah, because they are wingers right now, they are holding up the ball. They're holding up the ball and they got options charge at them as well. Right. So now you got inside running. Ground loop. Oh man, the ground loop, I suspect is the gambling. I did a lot of testing today, yesterday. I barely slept, man, last night because I knew there was a buzz, and I was like, it was getting worse. So I had to like remove all the devices, go one by one, and then make sure that the power cable and the audio cables didn't cross. Then I checked all of that, and I went in there. I don't have a meter. That's the only thing I don't have. Yeah. If I had a multimeter, I can check but I don't. I was pretty certain that wouldn't be the issue, and I'm fairly certain is the camera. It's not the camera itself. It's the HDMI connection to the camera. So I'm gonna have to use this Logitech camera for a few days because I'm not about to go and buy money, buy a new camera and stuff. But it can happen to a Sony camera. Yeah, it can happen. That's why I understand. Hey, Shaw, how are you, man? Let's see how this looks. Full screen. Okay. Let's. Yeah, I'm sorry. Like you gotta stay there. Like, okay, all right. At least not so bad. All right. So this is the new me. This side profile. Yeah, it's a good thing it's not pointing down. You know what I mean? You might see my assets. Okay. All right. So why am I looking there now? Yeah, it's getting too much. I don't mind this. No? I like, hey, how you doing, guys? Hey, we're playing a game. Huh? Very chill. Using a side camera. I can't see the chat because the chat is all the way there now. It used to be the chat was just next to the camera. Now you gotta probably what I'll do is I will. Yeah, I think I know what to do. Mm, yeah, we got a solution in mind. I've got a solution in mind. It's not gonna be too difficult. It's called plugging the thing to something else. While we solve the mystery, or while I solve the mystery of the ground loop. I figured it out already. I just need to. I know people say they can use a ground loop isolator, but how the hell do you use a ground loop isolator with a HDMI cable, man? Is there such a thing as a HDMI ground loop isolator? There might be, something like I can break the signal with. That's all I need. I gotta go and ask my audio tech guy, man. Stop clearing your throat. I gotta ask an audio professional. I think there is one I can turn to. Problem is, I don't think he wants to talk to me. He's expecting me to spend something like 20 or 25,000. Because back in the day, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, I used to spend on sound systems. Yeah, I don't anymore. So then I introduced him to some friends of mine who do spend big time on like 100,000 on a pair of speakers, that kind of thing. Yeah, but maybe he'll still talk to me. Yeah. Especially since I stopped purchasing anything from him. Yeah, man. Because I was like, he's expensive as hell. So I was like, the world's most expensive guy. Man, when he did the cabling for my sound system, it was like, I was like, thank God, my man, the cabling is so expensive. I was thinking to myself, yeah, technically is fine already. Yeah, it's fine. Just go narrow, man. Middle Amirul. It's much better because now you give your DLP more options. Yeah. If you play wide, the guy who's holding up the ball has got no options. Yeah. And then after that, who's he gonna pass the ball to? So we had a lot of transitions that were failing. And now you see these fullbacks, they're closer to the DLP, so they're quite narrow. So when they do lose the ball, they also pretty solid at coming back. Earlier they were wide, and then when you lose the ball, they're actually further away. So wow, the gap is like the Red Sea parting. We don't want the Red Sea to part. Otherwise, we got problems. So we carry on playing until the 90th minute without making any changes. Now, what I do notice quite a lot now is that you are actually transitioning quite well with the changes. So I probably would recommend that with your tactic, all you got to do is if you want to maintain this hold up ball, because I can see how this will help these guys. So dribble more, cut inside, sit narrow. So what you actually get is this attack pattern, right? Supporting these players. And these guys who are holding up the ball, they have somebody to release the ball to. And then your wing backs actually become like playmaking false fullbacks. So cool. So if you have those kind of players in your team, you could leverage off some very sweet attacking patterns that come from this pass into space. Yeah. And you could have like a target man or advanced forward poacher combination in front as well. You could do that. So your wing backs are the ones playing those, like, they run at players, right? Because those guys are pinning defenders back. And as they run, they have the option also playing that pass. So you get like four playmaking fullbacks. So yeah, these are the changes I would make to your system. That's basically it, baby. And we go Mo Salah. Nice. See, I love the way the guys are give and I think that's what you wanted, right? Give and go to the final third. Naturally, your wingbacks are gonna be exposing your team quite a fair bit. Yeah. So you need two really good ball playing defenders because you're only gonna have 3 players in defense. But I guess that's the price you're willing to pay because you wanted to play wingback so high up. Okay. Yeah. I see it. I see that it's doing well. Okay. All right. Let's see. Yeah, we got one more. The Brazil box from Matty Zux. And the rest of the tactics are there already. Okay. I switched my computer from Windows to Mac. Now I hear buzz when you talk. Oh, man, that's just now, man. Yeah, now all the buzz is gone according to the rest of the guys. No, Foxes 4141. I thought it was there. Did you put it in? Is this? Oh, this is the one. I thought I did it, no? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So, yeah, all right, all right. I didn't see that. Oh, okay. Okay, downloads Foxes as well. Where's Foxes? See, Foxes was done. That's why it's... Eh? Why isn't Foxes showing up? Foxes 4121. No, these are all too old. Yeah. Okay. I think that was downloaded as a zip file. Okay, Foxes. Okay, there we go. There we go, Foxes. And then we'll go into BYT and put it in. All right, tactics. Foxes and the other tactic, right? New angle, what to do? What to do is a new angle for a new day, baby. We got a slight problem with the other camera because it's causing a buzz. At first, I thought it would be yeah, it's gonna be. Hopefully, it's not. I mean, I do like having a quality camera, but yeah, not if it's causing audio issues. Yeah, that I don't accept. Then we gotta switch to something else because I just need to find out how to stop a ground loop in a HDMI connection, if it is a ground loop, no, or it could just be a faulty HDMI cable. I have to try both solutions. Okay, there we go. BYT. So we've got Matty Zux with Brazil box, and we've got the Foxes, right? So we go with the Foxes since you came in earlier. We go holiday. Are we there already? 2 days time. Doom doom. Okay. Doesn't this feel personal? Doesn't this feel cozy? All right. Okay, we got AM, roam from position, tackle, other mark, tighter. I'm looking at your block. Your block is okay. It's a high block. Okay, fine. That's okay. Nothing too wrong. Nothing odd about this. Focus play with an underlap. Okay, fine. I mean, everything is going to the middle. Mixed cross is fine. Good way to start. We can always adjust it so when we get we see what the team is doing. Now, this is nice. CD, fullback, libero is a very staggered. It's a nice staggered attacking pattern. You got a pressing forward. I don't see anything wrong with this tactic. I think it's brilliant. Yeah, it's a nice tactic. It's something I would definitely be making as well. Like, I was thinking of doing something similar. It's like this is a poor man's 4-2-3-1. Yeah, this is what we call a poor man's 4-2-3-1. You've done a 4-2-3-1. Yeah. Very, very nice. I like this. Keep it up. This is good. This is really good. Okay. Um, because I wanted to, I didn't get a chance to talk about this. This is a system that you can actually use for Liverpool. I did. Oh, sorry. I wanted to remember. And what did I say? The issue was that we didn't have time, and I was just starting the season, and it was Liverpool, Mo Salah, and what's his face, Luis Diaz, not naturals in the winger position. So because they're not naturals in the winger position, uh, yeah, I wanted to avoid that. I wanted to use roles that were naturally positions they were naturally good at, right? So, but I mean, it shouldn't stop you from trying it because I don't think there's a significant penalty. There is a penalty, but it's not significant enough for you to not try it. Yeah, because he's usually down to, oh, he might make a few mistakes, one or two mistakes. Yeah, but with their mentals are solid, generally you don't see that happening a lot. Mistakes. So you will see them transitioning, and this can actually be a better defensive block than a 4-2-3-1 because your players are already in midfield. So if you want to play a mid block with this, man, it's going to work really well. This is actually a very strong, can be a very strong mid block. So as we go, let's see how they do. Okay, so Bozlai with the ball, Konate, Gravenberch, Jota. Oh, lovely. Oh man, the press started there. Okay, cool. Gravenberch is already in need of a substitution. It's only the 33rd minute. So Darwin Nunes out to Jota. We got a 4-2-4. Yeah. Yeah, we got a 4-2-4. I like it. You see, it's like you transition to the 4-2-4 when you're here, which is nice. Yeah. It's a very, I won't say it's not as attacking as a 4-2-3-1, but it's very difficult to break down, right? So you'll be able to keep the ball in transition. In fact, if I was not such a strong team, I'll probably be using this instead of 4-2-3-1. A 4-4-1-1 is an 4-4-1. I've said it all along, right? A 4-4-1-1 is very strong. A 4-1-4-1 is also very strong. It's just this one man in the midfield that you can, you can get a lot of play going through him. Yeah. So we've already taken the lead and we've got a penalty. This is not Everton's day. Yeah. This is so not Everton's day. Where am I going to place this camera later? Oh, hey, McAllister missed it. Okay. This is getting to be quite sad. Nice. Second one. Okay. Yep. Don't see anything. I won't change this tactic, man. I'll just leave it the way it is. Yeah. I think it's fine as it is. I think tactic of the week potential. Without me having to change the thing. Yeah, I like this tactic. Again, yep, roam from position. We got tackle other, mark tighter, tackle other, mark tighter. None on these guys. Yep, fine. Yeah, fullbacks are gonna do natural running inside that you want to see. Libero, yep, enough. Yeah, using the one-man defense, right? I love this man. This is strong. The one-man defense is actually extremely strong in Football Manager. Yeah. We're gonna play players out of position, okay? Because Yeah, we are reaching the point where I have to go like, okay, players are getting really tired because our S-Man is not doing much in terms of trading them in such a way that, yeah, I've left it to the S-Man. This is what you get when you leave it to the S-Man. I've never ever had this problem when I'm playing my long-term saves. I usually have all green when I'm playing. Also down to the fact that we don't have enough yeah, but still, you know, Harvey Elliott's a roaming playmaker, no? Yeah, dominated. Nothing to it, man. Congratulations. You got tactic of the week, man. You got tactic of the week, Spurs fan. I think that's your tactic, right? Foxes, save, go put inside a BYT folder. Yep. Okay, Foxes 4413. Nice. I like this, man. This is Spurs fan. That's a good tactic. I didn't have to do anything. Yeah. And the moment I saw this tactic, I knew it was a good tactic. Yeah, because it's rock solid. Yeah. It's got a midfield stagger. You got a midfield stagger here. You got a midfield stagger here. You got a midfield stagger here. So your ball is definitely going up the pitch. There's no two ways about it. You got 3 routes to the opposition's goal. That's it. Game over. Plus, you're playing narrow. The ball is going to go and then they're going to get ripped right here. You're ripping them up a new hole in these 2 positions. And the problem, how they're going to defend that, the DM can't move. Yeah. So it's a good tactic. I like this tactic. It's very strong. Very, very strong. I'm not surprised. You guys on Discord making some very good, strong tactics. Very strong tactics. Okay. Next one we do is we are looking at E. The next one is bang, bang, bang. BYT. There we go. Let's see if I got it right. False defensive. Oops. Oh my god. Something was about to fall. Okay. Yeah, where are we going? We got one more, right? Brazil box. Yeah, that's Matty Zuck's tactic. All right, Brazil box. Okay, we got players. I think they're ready to play. Rather, they're not. No. S-Man again. Failed. Virgil van Dijk. No, cannot. Virgil van Dijk, go away. Mo Salah, go away. Harvey Elliott, come in. Who are you, Adrian? We might need you to play as an outfield player. No, I'm just joking. Stay where you are. Gravenberch comes in here. We got Register in Gravenberch. Cody Bakpo can play with Darwin Nunes. No, Jota will play as the F9. McAllister, Soboslai. That's it. This tactic, we can only tell how good it is in the first 45 minutes. I don't have enough players to play these positions, right? The game is going to be over long before then. Okay, we're going to take this guy out. We'll take this guy out. Okay, so we play the 2 of them. So we can bring McAllister on in the we can bring Endo on in the second half. And so Boslai on for someone up there. Yeah, that's much better. Nelly also thanks Bustthenet. All right. Okay. Let's see how this tactic. The tactic is let's look at the we'll get into the game and then we'll look at the tactic. All right. Okay, fullback on attack, cut inside. Okay, nice. I mean, it works, right? It works. But ball winning midfielder on defense, holding up the ball. AP is here. I don't think this guy should be okay. Good. He's not cut. He's not going narrow. Roll from position, moving the channels, advance ball. Okay, this is basically a more attacking side of the pitch. Then these guys are dropping and the fullbacks coming in. Shadow striker is okay. Murray steering wider, looking to latch on to this fullback, or rather the shadow striker. I mean, I don't really think you need to play wider, but I want to see how it plays out. Where I think that Liverpool could strengthen their team, well, I tell you where they can strengthen their team. Defensive midfield, man. Yeah. They need to get a cover for Gravenberch and they need to find a long-term replacement for Salah. Because Salah is not staying. That's a fact, man. He's going to leave the club. Yeah. There's no way Salah is staying. I'll be surprised if he stays. Liverpool are a money ball team, and they're definitely going to let Salah go. And they're not going to give him that exorbitant wages because they're already paying him exorbitant wages. He's the highest paid player in the history of the club, currently the highest paid player in the team. And anything more is just going to set a bar that other players are going to try and reach eventually. And that's something that, along with that, it just increases the ceiling for other players. And it's not a good money ball strategy, especially for a player you paid 40 million for and who might only have 1 or 2 seasons left in him. Liverpool probably are not going to accept anything more than a year's contract when Salah probably wants 2 and he wants something more substantial. And I don't think Liverpool are going to agree. And Salah will be sad. He wants to stay, of course. He wants to break records, but he wants to also be paid a lot of money because who doesn't want to be recognized as the best in the world? Because if you get those kind of wages, you have that on your, it's like a pat on the back. Congratulations, because you're never winning the Ballon d'Or. But you're one of the highest paid players in the world. I'll take it any day, any time of the day. So PSG have come knocking on the door and they might be looking at him. So I think that Salah is gone. So they need another striker. And Chiesa is also not going to be around, from what I've heard. Chiesa might be going. So Liverpool will have to strengthen Harvey Elliott can definitely play on the right. So that's going to be a natural. He's going to be a natural in that position. He's been playing there. He's been playing in that shadow strike. He was playing in that shadow striker position for a while until he got injured. So I think that if Harvey Elliott can stay fit, no problem. But Liverpool are not going to take the chance because he's injury prone. So they are probably going to go out there and get themselves another striker who can play as a shadow striker. They're going to get another DM who's good enough, man. Because I will be the first to put up my hand and say I was wrong. I thought Gravenberch was an average player. Gravenberch is more than just he is playing well. I like your tactic as well. He's playing very nicely, in the transitions. The only thing I was a bit worried about was the F9. But I know why you did what you did, because you wanted him to be wider. So let's look at this very soon. If I want a Robin deep type positioning, such as being really high and wide, is it best to use them as striker left and striker right? We stay wide over there as well. You want a Robin Duff kind of positioning. That means they are very wide and then they come inside, right? Yeah. So if they're very wide and they come inside, what you want is play them as a winger and play the system narrower and play them opposite the flank of the preferred foot. So what will happen is that first you get positionally they're narrow. 2, the width encourages them to come inside. And 3, because you're playing them opposite the flank of their preferred foot, they will look to cut inside at any opportunity they come. Yeah, it's just another failed Italian in the Premier League. Yeah, I won't say failed, but I don't know. It's like he came and, I don't think it really fits. Yeah. Chiesa was bargain value money. Liverpool got him in because, Chiesa, who used to be worth 70 million a few years ago. Allow the club to punt on a player once in a while. I think that's what they did. Yeah. So, did we miss a penalty again? Yeah, man. McAllister missed the second penalty in a row. There's 2 penalties in a row that McAllister has missed. 2, not 1, 2. Some people miss 1, some people miss 2. He just missed 2, man. Okay, so let's see if I can move the camera. No, I cannot move the camera. Not now, not when you're streaming, idiot. Now the camera already in a nice position, just leave it. Why you don't like your side profile, is it? Then move to the side. Yeah, we scored a goal. Yeah, so now I gotta talk like this, some streamers do this, right? They talk, they talk. Literally, the camera is off on an angle, and then it's really strange when they're playing here, and your side profile, they're talking to you like you just beside them. I kind of like that. Sometimes maybe I'll do it. Like my friend is sitting beside me, while haven't you done that with anybody? I have when I was growing up, right? My friend is playing computers and I'm sitting beside him. And he turns to talk to me. Okay, that looks the same. Whereas if you're talking straight into a person, like the way I'm doing, is more instructional than anything else, right? I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to rationalize this new camera placement for this camera at least. After this, I gotta disable the other camera and see what I can do. Put in the battery and see with the battery whether is the dummy. Could be the dummy battery as well. But I suspect it's the HDMI cable. My head says it's the HDMI cable. So I need to find out if there's such a thing as I am certain there's a HDMI ground loop. Because even audio systems, right, they're on HDMI cables. You want to try and remove noise from one end of the signal from video signals as well. And those video signals, when the noise comes in, it actually is an electrical noise. Yeah. So yeah, definitely. And I know that the cables aren't cheap, man. Well, I think I can figure this one out myself. Otherwise, yeah. But this camera has served me well for a few years already. But the buzzing was occurring, and it was I kind of felt that it might be getting from bad to worse. Well, it could be cables. Yeah, the cables need to be changed. It could be a simple fix like changing the HDMI cables. Your tactic, I think there's one change that you need to make. Yeah. See this F9 coming in, AF, right? Okay. Now, because the AF is running forward, you're always punching for goal. So what I would recommend the second half, we change that AF to a pressing forward or to a poacher. Because what you end up getting is like AF, right? AP has the ball, AF, hey. Everybody, AF coming. Shadow Striker got no love. The Shadow Striker will get no love. So we're going to change it to a poacher and then take Harvey Elliott off and put in like someone like Gakpo, I think. Then we can put Endo here. Why we forced to put him here? Okay, so we just put him there. Okay. Now if you change it to a poacher, right? Which speedy AMR can sign Liverpool? I don't know, man. It's a good question. There's so many. Very hard to say. I know they were looking at players like, what's that name? At one point, I looked at Jared Bowen. Then they were looking at a few players in England. Yeah, they need somebody who's got experience in the English Premier League as well. Not like someone who's played there. The funny thing is, if you look at the history of the league, right? You look at two players right now, both of them having the same issue. I won't say having the same issue, but they have almost the same background. Kevin De Bruyne and Mo Salah, both Chelsea rejects, right? They both came out of the Chelsea, and then they both got picked up by clubs. They both turned into superstars, and then by the time they returned to the Premier League, both on humongous pay packets, okay, both stamped their mark, and now both reaching end of use date, not end of life. Oh shit, end of use date. Yeah. So Kevin De Bruyne is now coming in as on cameos right now on 85th minute, 90th minute. I barely gets a game in. And his agents used to do. I don't know if you guys are aware. What his agents used to do, they used to use this, all this data that we get from Understat and all these other places to show how good your striker is or how good your creator is. They used to use those numbers in the contract negotiations. As in, this is the value that this Kevin De Bruyne brings to you. Okay. So I think that for a while, even Man City used to justify how they pay for their players by using data like that to justify it. And now you look at the situation, it's a different situation altogether. We've got now Kevin De Bruyne, maybe not going to have a contract as well. And then you got Mo Salah, same thing, except that Mo Salah is still playing every single game. I can get if Kevin De Bruyne, they go like, okay, fine, thanks for all the fish, adios amigos. But when it comes to Mo Salah, there's going to be a significant number of fans that are going to feel like, pay him his wages. But this is where FSG business model and Mo Salah don't see eye to eye. The FSG business model is not pay a player what he thinks he's worth. We pay a player what we think he's worth in 2 years' time. Yeah. So they look at a player and they go like, okay, we can keep this player for 2 years, to develop into something. Okay, then we can make money off him, or he's going to give us, a chance at winning the title. right? Look at Salah, they're probably going, hey, we keep this player, yeah, we can win the title, but look at the wages we have to pay him. Yeah, so that's the thing. I think Liverpool are going to have to make a... Liverpool are in a great position. And Mo Salah is delivering on all fronts. If you look at him, his assists, right? What is it now? He's closing on Wayne Rooney. And Wayne Rooney has 93, right? If I'm not mistaken, in with one club. Goals and assists in the same game. We're not talking about total assists. We're talking about goals and assists together in the same game, right? So he's closing in on Wayne Rooney's record because Wayne Rooney holds the number. He's the top spot. No, is in the player who's scored and assisted in the same game. Only one player is left for him to chase. Mo Salah is only Wayne Rooney to chase, and that is like one of the final records he can realistically get. So he's gonna have his name etched in the history books. Who doesn't want that? So that's the thing that's keeping him, that's why I think he's got this anxiety, because he wants to. He's so driven. I don't know, man. Yeah, it's gonna be tougher. I think VVD defenders. The interesting thing about defenders, if you notice, right, defenders can play for a slightly longer time, right? If you think about it, but does anybody remember Erling Haaland? Okay, there was one passage of play where Virgil van Dijk reached out with his leg, okay, and winced because he had to beat Erling Haaland to the ball. That moment, there and then, it showed VVD's age. Now, VVD has got a clock on him as well. Liverpool are realistically looking at maybe one more season for VVD. I'm very, very certain VVD only got a 1-year contract, 1-year extension. Yeah, I'm fairly certain he got a 1-year extension. It doesn't make any sense to keep VVD beyond that. Yeah. This tactic is not bad. If we change this, I changed it to a poacher F9. This makes more sense because what a poacher does, right, is he pins the defenders down. Now you got F9 dropping it, you got Shadow Striker coming in unmarked. This is something that's going to be a bit more flowy in terms of your tactic, So your Shadow Striker could get on the end of a lot of goals. Since the poacher is here, he's pinning those two. You get a lot of space. Yeah. You can turn him into a target man as well. Yeah, he equaled Rooney's record last game. Now he wants to outright be the holder of the record. Once he gets it, that's it, man. He's done every record in the game. I think he's driven by what's his name? Our boy Mo Salah is just driven by being the best in the world. Yeah, he wants to be the best in the world, and it's a pity, right? If you think about it, the sad thing about for me, when it comes to Mo Salah, is that he will never be Ballon d'Or. That's really sad. I mean, I won't say never, never is impossible, but the chances of him winning the Ballon d'Or are so remote. Maybe, yeah, if Liverpool wins the if Liverpool win the Champions League and the Premier League, right? Because Ballon d'Or now is calendar season. No more calendar year. Now it's season. So it used to be calendar year, which made it really difficult for players because, it's like January to January kind of calculation. So it was really pissy because it's right smack dab in the middle of a season. Now it's season to season. Because it's seasons to season, now if they can win the Premier League and they can win the Champions League, right? And because there is no international competition this year, apart from the qualifiers, there is a strong possibility. Yes, this will be the year. If he can do it, and if we can top the Premier League scoring charts, yes, I agree. Oh, thanks for the bits, man. Thank you for the bits, Mr. I am ready to poop. How are you? 100 bits. Thank you very much, sir. Okay, once you use a poacher, you get to pin the players back, and you're going to get some nice movement in the final third, right? So we got the poacher pinning back. We got the F9 dropping. We got Shadow Striker. Look at where the Shadow Striker is right now. See that? So because you got players being marked by the poacher, right? Okay, if you had played an advanced forward, they'll be closer to this line. So they might have taken Jota. They might have been able to mark Jota. Now, because Darwin now is just holding hands with them, they gotta follow him. Jota gets inside, scores the goal. I think this is a much better combination. I don't think AF can work, but it becomes, especially if you're playing against a defensive team or a team that's basically if you're playing against a defensive team, take out the AF straight away. Yeah. Because it becomes a focal point of attacks, kind of boring, because then the moment you get a chance to kick, go, score goal. Yeah, exactly. He wants the records. Yeah. If he wanted money, he would have left Liverpool a long time ago. I totally agree with that. That's why I believe that when it comes to Mo Salah, it's not about the money, Yeah. For maybe the agent is about the money. Yeah. Could be, the agent really we want more money. Because, okay, I think he's driven by the agent as well. Because, or his money as well. Because if he purely about the records, you just sign whatever Liverpool have given him. They say Liverpool says, you want to stay? Yeah, I want to stay. Whatever the terms are, give it to me. I'll say I want the records, man. I don't care about the money. I made more than enough money in my lifetime playing for you guys. Thank you very much. Yeah, same terms as I had before. That Mo Salah could have done that, right? He didn't. So I'm very certain it's not more. It's a bit of the agent, and there's a bit of I want recognition as well, because by being one of the highest paid players in the world, right? Because he's not one of the highest paid players in the world. He'll never be, because how is Liverpool going to match the wages of Saudi clubs, right? So that's never going to happen. So at least in England, I think maybe he's looking at himself, Kevin De Bruyne, Rodri, and saying, hey, man, show me the money. That's what the agent did. Went to Liverpool. Show me the money. Tom Cruise look wannabe. Okay. All right. Okay. So with your tactic, I recommend. Okay. This is what I recommend. Okay. Maintain everything, but just change the front. Yeah. Just change the guy in front to a poacher. If you change this to a poacher, you get better final third action with your tactic. If you play an advanced forward, too many of the I would say that you're gonna get a lot of early attacks. Yeah. And this, if you're playing basically poacher. Yeah, no other way for me to describe it. All right, let's look at the tactics that you guys have sent in. Okay. All right, we're gonna talk about these tactics and we're gonna cover them. Okay. And if one stands out, okay, Ipudiu, get tired. We ought to punish. Target forward, winger, zero striker, PM. Yeah, works. Wing back. Oh, maybe not. Why target man? Ball winning midfield. Okay. Because you're using a ball winning midfield on defense duty, it makes sense for you to play a wing back on support. He's gonna run forward. This guy is sitting narrow. This guy stay wider. Fine. Okay, if he's gonna stay wider, you gotta make sure that he's good at bringing the ball forward. Inverted fullback on defense. Here, the problem with this is it might overlap left, overlap right, okay. Floater crosses into the area. Okay, I can see this working without any changes, no? Yeah. This is actually quite a good tactic. There's no need for me to come in and say, you got to do this, got to do that, got to do this. I mean, I don't see it, man. I mean, you can pass into space once in a while. Yeah. Direct, higher. This is really, a dribble less could help you out. Okay, what will happen with your tactic is this guy comes up here. This guy is in this position. If you're using a wide player, he'll come in. If you want to use a left-footed player here, not a right-footed player. So he comes in and he plays one over the top. And then what you do with this player is attack target forward. So you can cross towards the target forward, or because you got two, right? This guy as well, cross from deep, same thing, add a target forward to him. That's it. Okay, your tempo is going to be fast. Yeah, that's it. No point. No need to do. I mean, if you wanted to really get funky, this guy becomes a known as a central back. Why? Because this guy's going to hoof the ball. That guy can hoof the ball. So I think if you just wanted to hurl the ball forward at many opportunities, this can do it, man. Yeah. Of course, if you don't like this, then take it out, but I can see the rest working. Yeah, definitely. You can even play a wingback on defense. It becomes a very defensive tactic. You'll just come up here and only enter that area when there is a good reason to, right? So it becomes a really defensive tactic where you're defending deep and just launching the balls forward. Yeah, let's see where to check this out. Okay, I don't think you've got any PIs on the rest. Yeah, just leave it like that. That's fine. Okay, in terms of your press, this is fine. If you want to, you can even go here so that you don't overcommit in the press. But because you're using attacking mentality, I'll just leave it alone. There's a bit more risk that you're taking, so might as well. Yeah, it's okay. It's all right. Just make 1 or 2 changes and I'll be fine. Yeah, it's a good tactic. It looks quite good. My kids, I can hear them getting ready either for sleep or they're just throwing a fit. KFC. Oh man, all these people, all you guys with these tactic names are making me hungry. Okay, Carrillo, wingback. Okay, this over here, I will just come in here and play fullback on attack. Yeah. You got car, you got wingback, you got wide midfielder, passing it short, winger going this way. I'm not a big fan of I'm not really a big fan of a Carrillo in this kind of a setup. Because what will happen is you got a roaming playmaker offset. Right. So roaming playmakers are king of the center. They are the king of the center. They will do a really good job in the center. But you put him here, it's just going to go up and down. Right. So what you really need is somebody else doing the same thing here. So while I'll do this, I'll just change this from box to box. He goes up and down. No idea why you need a wide midfielder there. But if you're going to play a wide midfielder, why don't you just play a defensive wing on support? Right. Okay. Passing it shorter, then you can unleash this guy. And then you got a 2-prong attack. Right? And this guy can be an inside forward attack. Okay. So now you got inside forward, and this role makes more sense as a winger on attack. Okay, this player will come up because he's got he'll have an overlap. Okay. He's gonna have a higher mentality. Because roaming playmaker will help you defend this area. If this is too aggressive, just remove that. Focus play down the left. Now this focus play will work nicely. Yeah, because you're gonna have the players to. You don't even need the focus play because you got so many players here. The ball will naturally transition here, man. All you gotta do is play like this. Yeah, then you'll get a lot of inside passes going to this side. You can even play this guy as an inverted winger on attack. Then this guy can be an inside forward on attack. Okay, then what you'll get is players here looking to create for this guy. So this guy drops, this guy comes in, this guy just protects here, and this guy goes to score. Yeah. So this is something that you could try. Defensive winger will protect you. This will allow him to shift up. When he shifts up, right, he comes a bit inside. This guy goes up the pitch. So you got a lot of movement from this side of the pitch. If you're comfortable changes to a fullback on support, you don't really need to play a wing back here because you don't want anybody dribbling the ball too much, especially since you've got these pass it shorter instructions. Okay, and then we got E. Let's look at this next tactic. Okay, next tactic, what do we have here? We got AEFG. Nice. Okay, 4-4-1-1. Nice, too defensive. The moment I see this, is way too defensive. Okay, look, you got Poacher and Shadow Striker, right? Poacher is holding the defenders on. Shadow Striker is running into traffic. That's it. So what do you want this guy to do? Is not be a poacher. You need to be a pressing forward attack. Now, pressing forward attack, what he will do is he'll run the channels. Okay, so you go into the channels again to the spaces, and this makes space for the Shadow Striker to attack. Now, you got 2 defenders here, like 2 defend duties. We got a wide playmaker on attack, getting further forward, looking for. Okay, fine. Now, what you can do with this play, because it's narrower, just leave it like that. Okay. Now, this is kind of interesting because it's like a box defense, right? And then what you have is these guys coming down, being more attacking, working ball, balance. You can increase the mentality. Yep, that's it. Just leave it like that. You can play on different mentalities with a tactic. It's a box defense, yeah. So now all you got to do is in games, right? You can go balance, you can go attacking, you can go you can do all kinds of things with this tactic. You can positive attacking, all. Yeah, they will work. It's not bad. I like it. It's got box sense to it. It can work. It definitely can work. But you need to make sure that the guy, or you can even play the striker as a target man. Target man with the wide playmakers putting in a ball to the shadow side. Oh, it's going to be lovely. I mean, your tactic will allow crosses, but if you don't want that, then you drop your width to very narrow. Yeah. Then when you drop it to very narrow, then you get through balls. A kind of a tree. Wide centre back, wide centre defensive wing. Okay, good. All right. So what you can do with this player? Okay, you have several options with this player. Anchorman. This guy cannot be asking to roam. Get him up the pitch. There's no point asking him to anchor him. This guy to stay. You want this guy moving up so you get plenty of options. This guy can be like a pressing forward again. Don't be if you play advanced forward, then your attacks might be too early. All right. So now you got shadow strikers. You can even play PF pressing forward support so you get verticality in your tactic, but you don't need that actually. As he goes up, this shadow striker will partner with this defensive winger. They can drop in crosses. So you can just do crosses to the far post all the time. Because you will have players attacking the far post in this tactic. Okay. This tactic will see far post because whenever he goes up the pitch, right? Whenever this guy goes out the pitch, this guy is going to come out, right? When he comes out, this guy is going to be in this position. And ping. So what you can do is hit the early cross. And now what you have is a tactic where when they come up, with the roaming playmaker comes out, it shoves this guy to the side. This guy will be, these two will be able to ping early crosses into the area, especially since you're playing a low block. If you are very nervous, go box to box. You still get the same. But roaming playmaker will actually drift here and drift here, protect you quite a fair bit. Yeah. And these guys, what you can do in a three-man defense is tell them to mark tighter. Mark tighter is good instruction for the outer players and not for the one inside. So the wide players when they come in, right? You won't give in so much. In wide crosses not very good for a back three. You get into a lot of trouble. So because when you tuck inside, these guys come in as well. They form a five, and when they form a five, you're in trouble. Yeah, because nobody else is helping you close down the flanks. So what you really want is you just want them to. You want them to stop crosses, go a bit wider, but because of the gaps you have in your tactic, you just leave it unchecked like this. Yeah, fine. This could work. I'm really interested to know how you do, man, with this. If you have the players for it, you better. Oh yeah, speaking of which, your three defenders better be tall. Yeah, don't ever play a low block if your defenders got no jumping reach. I had a link earlier in the chat. Then we got the Mighty Duck we done. Okay, where we started with Ipudu, right? Okay, let's see. A tree kind of Mighty Duck we done. Foxes we done. Okay, Brazil ball. Let's see if I get it right. Oh, we haven't done Midoriya's tactic yet. Okay, so Midoriya's next, and then we got this tactic left. So we do Midoriya. Okay, your tactic. Why centre back, why side libero, DM, volante going up. Libero and defend, good. That's exactly what I was looking for. Volante, take more, shoot less often, fine. Pressing for AP, shadow striker. Don't change your tactic, man. It's good. Focus weight on the left and the right. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it will work. Cut inside with the ball. Okay, can. Yeah. Go this way. Wide centre back. This guy can be support or you can play defend. Man. You don't play too aggressive, this tactic. You might get into a lot of trouble. Yeah. Just leave it because this volante is going up, right? You don't want this guy too far away. Yeah, because if not, you might run into trouble. You actually want these guys to transition the ball to him. Okay, you can drop it like this. And then you're passing shorter or mix. Mix would be good for your tactic because you don't have many options. Get stuck in is probably not your best friend. Don't use it because you got two defensive wingers. You're telling everybody to get stuck in, man. You're gonna have you might have yellow cards flying all the way. What you want is a lot of aggression in your players, work rate and aggression. So you've got a lot of work rate and aggression, it'll be fine. Yeah, AP better roam. Yeah, he has to roam. He has to go left and right all the time. Yeah, you got AP, the defensive winger. This guy comes up, he shoves him to the right, and you're gonna have cross. Yeah, hit early cross if you need to. But other than that, you play. You can play hit early cross, but it's not mandatory. Mark tight is good. You don't mark tight with all these guys. Yeah, cross on byline, get further forward. I wouldn't do it here. Let him play naturally first. If you see that you're the option, go get further forward. Problem is, you're depending on this AP a lot. right? But if he gets too far forward, you expose your AP drops back, helping to defend. You don't really get a lot of good opportunities. So you might have to look at your gameplay because your vulnerability is actually here, not here. Yeah, your vulnerability is actually going to be here because every time he holds up the ball, he's looking for a pass, a play to make. Man, it's going to be in trouble. Yeah, so this Volante AP are supposed to work together. Your goal scoring threats are going to be 1, 2, and maybe 3. Yeah. Well, okay. But I would go, okay, pass into space. Can you pass into space with this thing? Not many options to pass into space. Remove it first. Only see if you can, okay, only if you have 5 in a line in the final third, do you pass into space. Yeah. Only when you see the players can have an option to run into space, that's when you do it. Okay. But this can work as a false defense. Defensive wingers are quite good. But again, you want wide center backs on defense. And also, talent the market tighter. Don't have to talent take more risks. Yeah, remove that. These two guys are your linchpin, man. Mark tighter. Yeah. Then you'll be fine. Yeah, this could work. Yeah. And probably play on positive and not attacking. Yeah, attacking might be too risky for this tactic. Or it's a risky tactic. You don't elevate it more by playing on positive. You can start on balance, man. This tactic. Yeah, balance is fine. If your team can't play this tactic on balance, you probably shouldn't be playing this tactic with that team. Yeah. Because balance is a fine mentality, especially when you're not being too aggressive. Because if you're playing attacking mentality with that tactic, you're just kicking the ball forward all the time. Yeah. If it's on attacking mentality, yeah, then you're just risking too much. So I will start on balance for away games, positive for home games. Yeah. And if I'm still not sure, yeah, start with balance at home and work from there. We done this, 3 kinda, we done this. Okay, 4-2-3-1 by Gigahagi, your tactic. Oh, asymmetric. Okay, inside forward, wing back. Again, here I don't see the point of using a wing back. Use a fullback on attack, not a wing back. Because you got DM. Okay, you got 2 DMs. Again, another box setup. I mean, if because you got inside forwards, right? I would try 1 wing back. Sit narrow just puts him here and here. I mean, the reason why I play with wing back, sit narrow and cut inside with the ball, because I want them to be false playmakers. Not because I think it's a great role, because this is intentional. I want them to drive here so that these guys can attack the box, or I can get all the players attacking the box. So now you got pressing. What you're doing is you're kind of like getting these guys up the pitch, but nobody else is attacking the box. They get up here, then all you do is start making your movement here. When in reality, what you should be doing is pinning somebody back and then beginning your movement. So what might end up happening here is that you got this box, so utilize one of these guys to give you the width. So I will go winger on attack. We are here. Winger on attack, because you get this guy to attack the center. So you go fullback on attack or wingback on attack, right? Since you got these 2 on support duty, okay, sit narrow and cut inside with the ball. Yeah, okay. So now what he does is he attacks this way. You got one guy giving you with this guy, and he's pinning the defenders back. So this player, what he can do is take more risks. Okay. Now, if he takes more risks, you put a really creative player. You can release the balls through this side. You got wing fullback coming here. AM trying to he's gonna try and attack the box. I don't know what your plan is with this player, but you don't have to play focus play to the middle in the game of Football Manager. It's the one instruction that you don't need. You don't need this. It just makes the players come closer together. And you want them to play more through balls to the middle and go central. Drop your width. Step up more. 2 DMs, too dangerous at this tactic. You'll get these 2 going for the same ball all the time. Then what you do is you drop your defensive line. You want to do step up more, don't do this. You're gonna get beaten by a chip, man. You're gonna get beaten by a chip. Okay. So you just play you want to step up more, drop your defensive line. And then shorter passing, it can work. If you are using fullbacks, these wingbacks will run the pitch. Personally, right, this guy might be too far away for you. So you better make sure that he can keep the ball. Otherwise, play fullback. Because the fullback, as he goes up, he sees obstacles, he'll pass it to this guy. Then you wait for the pass. You play wingback, he's going to try and beat players with the ball. And if this guy is too far away, he's going to lose the ball. That's the reason why I don't like the one role I don't play with anymore for Football Manager 24 is actually the wingback. I don't, because I find that I want to keep the ball more and do something with the ball. So I end up playing fullbacks all the time. Yeah. In every tactic I use, it's a fullback, because it's much more better at controlling matches than it is for, for it's far better to control the matches with a fullback, than a wingback. Okay. It's not too bad, man. Unfortunately, let's see now. We had audio problems today, right? So such is life, man. For me. Okay. Okay, we did all these tactics already. And we did these tactics from Discord. Okay, guys. Wanna thank all of you for sending your tactics. I'm afraid that right now I gotta hold this like people hold a microphone, bring you closer. But today that camera just had to go and say bye-bye to me. I don't even know what this looks like except me looking into the camera. That's it. That's it. I'm holding this camera, talking to you guys, and trying to make it seem like it's the way we do things all the time. So thank you very much. And you guys stay safe. Take care of yourselves. I have to go and try and sort some stuff out with this. Okay. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. All right, maybe we do all through. Okay, all right. Yeah, try and hold it with one hand and try to do all this at the same time. Wow, reaching a new level of disaster. Oh no, I'm talking to myself and I can see myself. There we go. Yeah, right. Okay, there we go. And what is the promo coming out for, you numbskull? Really too much. You don't even know which camera you're on anymore or which scene you're on. Yeah, right. Okay, we take this off. We obviously don't know what we're doing. And we mute the microphone too, so we don't want to hear people here embarrassing